So Netflix has big plans for The Witcher, and actors are not allowed to act anymore. Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Alright, so I need to clarify something from yesterday, because apparently it kind of made a mistake. Apparently, I don't even know what month we're living in. I told you that, what was it, Bill and Ted was coming out this weekend? Nah, turns out, kind of wrong. Turns out Bill and Ted officially comes out in September. I just skipped the whole month, September 1st. I just completely skipped out all of August. This month has been... This year has been so long that I've just, forgotten that another month exists. Just completely jumped over it. I was trying to, hoping to get to the end of it much quicker. But, so yeah, clarifying pretty much everything I said yesterday, add another month to it. Because, whoops, sorry. I was a little bit burned out yesterday. Anyway, as always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram or at Super Dario or at Super Dario World. That's Super SPR Dario World. I changed it for those of you who, well, I guess for those of you who are already following me, it doesn't really matter. For all the new ones, SPR Dario World. There you go. Also follow me. I'm going to be doing a live stream later today with my kid brother on Twitch and YouTube at Super Dario World. I was originally going to do it at 4, but I had some people here in my apartment, and so I was like, all right, well, it's not like I'm just going to tell them like, hey, shut the fuck up so I can record or we can live stream. So, I guess that's kind of rude. Anyway, so yeah, later today, probably 6:30. Looking at the clock right now, I'm going to say 6:30. Hopefully, I will actually get it on time today. But I will be doing it today, so I think that's the only thing that matters. Anyway, let's get into this whole thing, because this one kind of bugs me. So, actress Olivia Spencer, she recently made a video for a foundation, and she was talking about the importance of... basically letting handicapped people, or well, how do you call it? Well, I guess there's many ways of saying it, but basically handicapped people play handicapped actors or play handicapped characters. And you know what? I don't even know why I'm putting words in her mouth. I'll just let her say it for herself. So here you go. Actress Olivia Spencer. She's gonna explain herself, I guess.
But nothing can replace lived experience and authentic representation. That's why it's imperative that we cast the appropriate actor for the appropriate role. And that means people with disabilities as well. Casting able-bodied actors in roles for characters with disabilities is offensive, unjust, and deprives an entire community of people from opportunities.
All right, so this is something that I've complained about a lot. I believe that's enough of that. That's the gist of things. I'm not going to be putting words in her mouth. Those, you actually heard them from her mouth. This is something that's been gaining steam lately, and it really, really annoys me. It's one of those things that really, really grind my gears, to quote Peter Griffin there. It's beyond fucking stupid, all right? Actors act. Actors act. I'm not... when I'm watching Star Wars, I'm pretty sure I'm not watching people a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. All right? When I'm watching The Witcher that I'm going to be talking about here in a few minutes, I'm pretty sure I'm not watching an actual fucking Witcher. Or I'm pretty sure that Henry Cavill is not an actual witch. He's not going out there hunting monsters. I'm pretty sure. All right? So this whole, oh no, you can't have able-bodied actors perform certain roles is stupid. All right? And also it's you know what? I have it ready for you here. It hates me because the argument, if you extend it, it becomes extremely ridiculous. What are people supposed to do? Nobody's supposed to play anybody other than themselves. Is that the thing? It's ridiculous. And check out here. I have right here on screen. Here's the list of the Academy Award-winning actors of the last few years. This year, who won? Joaquin Phoenix for playing the Joker, right? The Joker was a crazy person, all right? So Joaquin Phoenix, he should apologize for playing the Joker? Because Arthur Fleck clearly had a lot of issues. He was seeing things. He was imagining things. He was clearly a very damaged human being. So Joaquin Phoenix is also kind of messed up. So I guess it's not that crazy. But all right, you know what? I'll give it to you. I'll give you Joaquin Phoenix. He doesn't have to apologize, even though he's an able-bodied person playing a not able-bodied, a handicapped person. I don't even know how you say it. She said it in a way I didn't really pay attention. Before that, the year before, Rami Malek got an Academy Award for Bohemian Rhapsody. He played Freddie Mercury. I don't know if he's gay or not, but I'm pretty sure that he is not a singer, all right? I'm pretty sure Rami Malek, not a singer, all right? So what? Should we not cast a singer? I'm pretty sure he's not Freddie Mercury. Rami Malek is not Freddie Mercury. Only Freddie Mercury should be allowed to play Freddie Mercury, or at least a musician. Why didn't they cast a musician, an actual musician, or a British person? I don't even know if, I think Rami Malek is Egyptian, but why didn't they cast like a British dude? A year before that, Gary Oldman won the Academy Award for playing Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour. I'm pretty sure Gary Oldman is not an alcoholic. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. I mean, he is an actor in Hollywood, but I'm pretty sure he isn't. So I'm pretty sure he's also not fighting Nazis. I'm pretty sure that Gary Oldman has not killed a single Nazi in his life. So why is he playing? It's stupid. The argument's stupid. Let's go a year before. It was Casey Affleck for Manchester by the Sea. I still haven't seen it. They say it's very depressing. I need to be in the mood for it. A year before that was Leonardo DiCaprio. He played for his role in The Revenant. Pretty sure Leonardo DiCaprio is not a hunter, right? Pretty sure that he's not a frontiersman. All right? I'm pretty sure, all right? The year before that, this is probably my favorite. Eddie Redmayne wanted for playing Stephen Hawking in The Theory of Everything, all right? I'm pretty sure Eddie Redmayne does not have ALS, all right? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's not even a physicist, all right? I'm pretty sure he hasn't even taken a physics class, all right? Pretty sure. Well, maybe like a college level physics class. Maybe, for preparing for the role. Point is, this is stupid. And if you extend it, it's stupid. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna make Tom Hanks ask for an apology for playing Forrest Gump? Anybody of you think that was offensive? No. You cast the best actor for the role. All right. This really, really annoys me. You cast the best person. All right. You don't care if a person is if a handicapped person shows up for the casting process and nails the role, then you're like, all right, that's the person who I'm gonna get. If an able-bodied person shows up and nails the role, you cast that person. That's easy. The casting process is not that complicated. You pick the best person for the role. And sometimes you may even change the role a little because you have such a great actor show up or actress that you're like, man, I gotta do something better. This is stupid. And it really grinds my gears again, but no, it really bugs me because it doesn't go in any other direction. It always goes in the direction that they want it. It's like, oh, this is the cause that I want help right now, so that's what I'm be fighting for. All right, right now it's disabled body people. All right, I'm gonna campaign against that. Their argument could extend to something that they don't like and they won't support it. Like, for example, right now, a lot of people have been asking me to talk about the show, but I haven't seen it. It's the new Netflix show, Cursed, right? It's supposed to be based off the Arthurian legend, except they're focusing more on the girl, the Lady of the Lake. I forget her name because I've always called her Lady of the Lake. I haven't watched the show. I'm not gonna watch the show. I don't think it's gonna last very long. But mainly, I don't like the main actress in the show. I think she's a bad actress, and it's like, why am I gonna start a show? I've started so many bad fantasy shows, so many bad fantasy shows that never get finished because they suck. So it's like I'm gonna wait. They say that the guy who plays Loki, who is Richard Skarsgård, I don't know, he plays Floki in Vikings, that his performance as Merlin is actually pretty good because he's like angry and tired of being so old, and because he's lived forever, and he's like, this humanity sucks and it keeps getting worse and I don't want to be alive anymore. So that sounds interesting, but the rest of the show, not really interested in it. I haven't heard great things. And the reason why I was to bring it up, all right, so a lot of people have also been complaining, like, the guy who plays Arthur is African American or British. Well, he's black. The dude who plays King Arthur is black. Is Octavia Spencer gonna complain about that? All right, is she gonna complain about that? Because I'm pretty sure that in Arthurian lore, King Arthur does not look like it. And again, King Arthur, is he a historical character? No, he's fantasy. But it's based off of a real place, which is pre-medieval? No, it's medieval England. So it's like, is she going to complain about that? I mean, they also did like a Troy thing. And Netflix did a Troy TV show. It's stupid, all right? It's stupid. You cast the best person for the role. If that guy showed up and nailed the role, that's why they casted him. All right? That's why that happens. The reason why they cast Tom Hanks as Forrest Gump is because Tom Hanks, 1, fantastic actor, 2, extremely charming human being. All right? If you're telling me that somebody who actually had Forrest Gump's condition would have acted as Forrest Gump, the performance wouldn't have been as impressive because he wouldn't have had to act. All right? People probably wouldn't have liked it. I don't think I've seen a movie where this has been successful, that you hired the actual... I remember Clint Eastwood did a movie recently, and we had the guys in the studio. Like, it was a train... I'm trying to look it up. It was one of the... there was a train incident, a real-life train incident where 3 dudes stopped terrorists, and I'm going to try to find the name of the movie. It should have been... Nope. Trouble with the Curve, the Mule, Grant. No, he's an actor. No, director. The Mule, Soul. Oh, the 1517 to Paris. So the actual guys who were there who stopped this terrorist attack, Clint Eastwood got them for the movie. The movie sucked. Why? Because he got dudes who weren't actors to be in his movie, and they were the guys. The movie sucked. All right. This is not. It's just really. It's something that's it's always been annoying to me because it's the stupidest argument, and once you extend it to something that they don't like, then oh, you're the asshole. Like, no, that's ridiculous, that shouldn't happen. No, it's they keep moving the goalposts, man. And this always, again, I've talked about this quite a lot recently. Just do yourself a favor, read Animal Farm, right? The most famous phrase from Animal Farm: all animals are created equal, but not all. But some animals are more equal than others. Oh my god, I butchered the line. I'm gonna say it again. All animals are created equal, but some animals are more equal than others. That's exactly what she's saying right here, right? She's a hypocrite, right? She's a fucking hypocrite. I think if I'm gonna go through her IMDb because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to get too deep into it. I'm kind of annoyed with it already. If you go through her credits, I'm pretty sure that she's played characters that she has nothing. I think she played somebody with a schizophrenia at one point. I'm pretty sure the latest movie, Mama or something. She played no, it's not Mama, something like that. Something. Fine. I'll just go into her stupid IMDb. God damn it! Sometimes having access to all this stuff could be a problem, especially because I'm a bit obsessive with certain things. But all right, let me see. Stupid internet. Okay. It's not Onward. Oh, in Onward, she voiced the Manticore. All right. Pretty sure she's not aligned with bat wings. Pretty sure she's probably never even swung a sword in her life. But no, there was Mama or something? No, Ma. All right, okay, I was close. Ma. I'm pretty sure that Octavia Spencer is not a serial killer. All right? Pretty sure. However, she played one. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that serial killers have something wrong in their heads. Right? You would agree that a serial killer has some kind of mental deficiency? So wouldn't she just be completely hypocritical right now? They should have actually hired somebody who has that messed up part in the brain to play that role. Right? That's what she should have done. And now, you know what's the worst part? Let me just go see let's see what she's got working for the future. All right, she's doing something called Thunder Force, The Witches, and The Heart. Let me see what The Witches is. Based on Ronald Doss' 1983 classic book, The Witches, the story tells a scary, fun, imaginative tale of a 7-year-old boy who has to run with some real-life witches. All right. So, Octavia Spencer, grandmother. All right. I have no idea what this movie's about, except about a boy who finds witches. I have no idea who her character is. Let me see if I can find some info. No, it's just his grandmother. All right. It's grandmother. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's not a witch, all right? It might be that she's the kid's grandmother, so I won't get a little bit too deep into it. But why isn't she calling out all the other actresses for playing witches? There are other people out there who actually believe there are witches, all right? There's people out there who think they are witches. Or, you know what? There's people out there who may actually be witches. So why are you taking up these roles? Why aren't you calling out all your other fellow castmates, for playing witches, right? Because they're acting. That's why. Oh, by the way, I just realized that you didn't watch me do the whole IMDb thing. Whoops. I guess I forgot to switch it, but yeah, here's The Witches, most of IMDb. It's stupid, all right? It's a stupid argument. And any actor who makes it is an idiot, because eventually you're going to reach a point where you're going to be a hypocrite, all right? You're going to be screwing yourself over from work. And if she does not give up work in one, like I said, just see the future, see her IMDb, see her future work, and you're going to be like, oh, well, you know what? She was probably lying, right? She was probably lying, or she's a hypocrite. So it annoys me. It's a stupid argument, and it needs to stop. Honestly, it needs to stop, because it doesn't really lead anywhere good. It makes what you're telling me that Hollywood is out there specifically being like, man, you know what? Talented handicapped people, we don't want those to work. We have all these characters out there, but we want normal people to play them. Well, I guess I'm going to get in trouble for that one. We want able-bodied people to play them because we think it's funny, or we think it's better. Or you know what? Maybe it's because they think the movie will make more money, because you're getting to see, you get to see who was Eddie Redmayne play something that he's not. You actually get him see somebody show off their acting muscles. Or maybe they already have a fan base. Or maybe they're just really talented actors. You know, it's stupid. It's stupid, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop. All these ridiculousness needs to stop. You cast the best person for the role. All right, that's it. That should be the only thing that matters. The best person who shows up to audition. The person who nails that role in that audition. That's the only thing that should really matter. I guess you could make the argument for star power, but still, you know what? Sometimes that surprises you. Like, there's the story for Tom Cruise. It's one of my favorite stories for an actor in the Vampire Chronicles. What was it? An Interview with the Vampire? No, it's not the Vampire Chronicles. Anyway, the point is, Interview with the Vampire, that the author of the book, the original author, she was like, no, I don't want Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, he's definitely not right for the role of Lestat. After she saw the movie and saw Tom Cruise's performance, but they got Tom Cruise because other big names, dropped out, and then they were like, oh, we got Tom Cruise. We got to get Tom Cruise, and she was upset because Tom Cruise is like an action guy. He's not gonna fit the role. Afterwards, when she saw the movie, she actually wrote a letter to Tom Cruise apologizing, because she was dead wrong and he nailed the character, and actually he made it better. So this is stupid. All right, this is stupid. Speaking as somebody who has done castings, I've been on both sides of it. I've gone as an actor. I've done it as a casting director. You get the best person for the role. All right, that's honestly, if you're running any type of business, that's the only thing that should matter. The talent, you get the most talented person for the job. And also, sometimes there's certain prerequisites. Sure. Like, if you're doing a movie about Martin Luther King and you want to make a biopic, you're not going to cast me, okay? If you're doing a biopic, I don't know, for Queen Elizabeth, you're not going to cast me. So maybe stick to some certain... And that honestly, that probably only applies for historical characters. And maybe certain family members. But again, you can just adapt roles. You can modify things. You can adapt. One more time. Very last time. You cast the best person who shows up for the role. That's it. That should be the only thing that matters. I think I've said enough. Let's moving on to a little bit more fun news. So apparently Netflix has announced that they will be making a Witcher prequel series. Now, this is actually pretty big news, because we talked about this on the morning show, the radio show, that The Witcher is within it's within the top 10 original Netflix shows, but a lot of people haven't really seen it. Like, I talked to Eddie about this, Eddie from the morning show, and he never finished the first episode. And I was like, what? How could you not finish the first episode? That fight with Renfrey, I'm pretty sure her name is Renfrey, is awesome. It's probably the best part of that. Well, it definitely is the best part of that episode. And it gets you hooked because it's one of the best sword fights I've seen on TV. So he never finished it because he's dumb. And other people have reached out and like, dude, they were actually happy that I was doing the review. I only did the review of a few of the first couple of episodes because I think the Netflix formula is a mistake, but I'll get into that in a minute. And they didn't really understand that we were watching 3 separate timelines. So for those of you who have never seen the show, when you go into it, there's 3 timelines. The one that's furthest back is the one with Yennefer. The one that's in the middle is the one with Henry Cavill, and the one that's at the end, or at least like the most recent one is the one with Siri, the little girl. So the story, you're seeing 3 things happen in 3 different periods of time. Eventually, they come together. But the show doesn't really ever explain that to you. You just kind of have to pay attention because they mention some historical things that happen, some characters. So if you pay attention, you'll be able to catch it. If you don't pay attention, you'll be confused. So again, for those of you who've never seen the show, you want to see it. By the way, this wasn't a spoiler at all for anything. 3 different timelines. The one that's further back is the one with Yennefer. The one that's in the middle is the one with the things with Geralt. And the one that's the most recent stuff is the stuff with the little girl Ciri. All right? So hopefully if you start the show, I highly recommend the show. It's great. It's a great show. It's definitely worthy of being in the top 10 Netflix originals. For sure, at least for me. And so if you want to watch it, I just helped you out a lot because apparently that's something that confused a lot of people. Anyway, so the premise of this show is actually pretty interesting because they said that, well, I'll just read you what it says. Set in an elven world 1,200 years before the world of The Witcher, Blood Origin will tell the story lost to time. The origin of the very first Witcher and the events that led to the pivotal conjunction of the spheres. When the worlds of monsters, men, and elves merged to become one. This is actually pretty interesting, the conjunction of the spheres. If you played The Witcher 3 in the very beginning, in the very opening of the show, they tell you that there's a thing called the conjunction of the spheres. Basically, due to a conjunction of the spheres, I'm not exactly sure how to explain that, but dimensions crossed, and that's the moment where monsters came into our world because our worlds were connected for a second, and since that moment, they've been in our world. And I'm talking a whole bunch of different type of monsters, all right? And some could argue that humans are monsters as well. It's debatable, I guess. And so after that moment, well, if you got monsters, you're going to need monster hunters, and so humans started to, I guess, train to become monster, learning and training and, in a way, I'd say evolving to become monster hunters. So, that's what this show is going to be about, the story of the very first hunter. So that's a very interesting period of time. I don't think in the video games, they've alluded to it, but I don't think I've actually seen it. I don't even know the name of the first Witcher. They don't really go that back. In the books, I don't even think they go that far back. So this could be all completely original stuff, which is great. Honestly, based on the work that they did on this series, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and trust them to see what else they can do. We could actually see the Elven civilization, flourish because they were at a period of time they were actually pretty strong. I mean, they're still strong enough. So honestly, this, like I said, I'm really looking forward to this. There's a lot of really bad fantasy shows out there. I've seen a lot of them in my time. Most of them were not finished. And all of them do stuff that annoys me. Some of them are okay. The Witcher was great. All right. It was a very faithful adaptation. Henry Cavill committed 100% to that role. He gave his heart and soul to it. He did a great job. The girl who plays Yennefer is phenomenal. Fantastic. Again, traditionally, she does not have the look of Yennefer in the video games, but seeing her work, holy shit. Like, honestly, she nailed it. She was out of the park. It's a perfect example of why. And you know what? Now that I think about it, Yennefer actually is not an able-bodied person. So why would they cast... So you know what? This chick should be fired. Fire her. Get her out of here. And the girl who plays Ciri, I'm pretty sure she's not an actual princess. So she should be fired too, because she won't be able to give, an authentic representation of what she's doing. So, get her out. Get an actual princess to play it. You know what? And get an actual medieval princess to do it. And you know what? You just get an actual medieval princess from a fantasy world to do it. It's stupid. That's my point. It's stupid. But this is good news. Honestly, it should be fun. The more Witcher, the better. Especially because this show's, honestly, it's taking quite a bit to produce. And then with Corona, it's taken even longer. But, it's... I don't mind waiting for good stuff. You know what? It's like Cyberpunk keeps getting pushed back. I'll wait because so far it looks like it's going to be... I actually got a book delivered today from one of my favorite authors I've been waiting for a really long time. I'm still waiting just to hear of Winds of Winter, the next Game of Thrones book. Well, the next Song of Ice and Fire book, which is, the Game of Thrones saga. Whatever. The next book, we've been waiting for like a decade to just hear when it will be finished. But you wait for good stuff, all right? You can be patient when something is good. If you wait for a really long time and it sucks, like the last season of Game of Thrones, that's when you're pissed, right? Because you waited an extra year and it was total and complete garbage. That's when it's annoying. But I'll wait for good stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. And on my whole rant here, that was the point. I can wait for good stuff, and you should just, meritocracy. It's worked for quite a while. We should just stick to it. Cast the right person for the role. Cast the best person for the role. Whoever shows up, the best one. Anyway, that's it for today. As always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram at Super Dario World. SPR Dario World. There you go. Live stream later today. 6:30 might be a little bit too close, but between 6:30 and 7 I'll start. If you want to join me and my kid brother. As always, thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next time.